James, 3 exchanges in, and you still have not addressed the chemotaxis feedback controller. Instead, you have called the system impressive without explaining its origin. Pivoted to Lenski and Sostak, neither of whom demonstrated the origin of integrated feedback systems. Labeled the design inference magic and theology in a lab coat. That is rhetoric. Let me show you the actual structure of your argument. Funny, but this is the move you keep making. You say, we don't fully know yet, but we know it must be unguided chemistry. That is not neutrality. That is a conclusion dressed as patience. You are treating future natural explanation as a placeholder with the same epistemic weight as a demonstrated mechanism. It does not have that weight. A promissory note is not a payment. You are standing behind your double standard. You demand I prove, in science we call it evidence, that the designer exists, can act, and did act before the inference is permitted. However, you do not apply this standard to your own position. You believe unguided chemistry is sufficient, yet you have not demonstrated it or provided evidence or proof for the system in question. You expect future research to vindicate the assumption. That is faith in a cause, not evidence for it. Both positions involve confidence in a cause whose sufficiency has not been fully demonstrated for the origin of integrated, information-rich systems. The difference is the track record. Intelligence has a documented history of producing specified functional information. Unguided chemistry has produced building blocks in optimized lab conditions, not self-replicating, coded, feedback-controlled systems under realistic constraints. This shows your category collapse. You wrote, chemistry exists and we know how it works. We know how chemistry operates. We do not know how the chemotaxis feedback controller, the genetic code, or hierarchical regulatory networks originated outside of God. You are transferring confidence from operational chemistry to origin claims. That transfer is not justified by the evidence. It is justified by the assumption that only chemistry is an admissible candidate. However, there is the forensic question.